Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stardom Review. I am your co-host, Andre C. Right over here, the taco princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
I'm doing great, Andre. It was a quiet day today. I chose today to not go to the gym. How crazy is that?
Yeah, you go to the gym 7 days a week. What the heck?
No, I woke up today and my lower back was like, give me a break, bitch. And I said, sure, okay, we're not gonna fight you on this one. And we gave the lower back a break today. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I did go to the gym this morning. Got up like 7 a.m. Was at the gym for 8. Got back home. Finished watching the shows we're reviewing today. Hung out with my mom. Watched some trashy reality TV. It was a good day. Did 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 a Marvel talk. So yeah.
You got sassy on there. I'm hoping you left the sass over with Ed there.
Oh no, I saved most of it for you. Come on.
No, 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 no. Nay, nay.
Yay yay.
Bring that shit back over to Ed.
I don't know. I hate. I'm sorry. So one thing I hate more than anything is when people are reviewing something and they skip over shit, and I'm like, "Fuck! Don't do it in order." And that's when I got mad. They want to skip over shit, come back to it later. It's like, no, just do it in order. And
Play
I was
nice,
being,
Andre. Play nice.
I was being an a-hole. But we're not here to talk Marvel. We're here to talk some Stardom. But before we do that, I want to thank each and every one of you. We really do appreciate you, all you guys, coming out here supporting us with all the likes in the videos, subscribing to the channel, sharing us out to all the strangers you talk to on the street. Well, that you don't talk
We're
to on the street.
excited.
Just hand them a little piece of paper that has our YouTube address, and just hand it to random weird people on the street, and I'm good with
Be
that.
creepy about it. Make it fun.
I'm not saying that, but okay.
I
Mel's
am.
saying that. Mel's saying that. But yeah, we really appreciate all the support. Please keep commenting down below because we love talking to you guys. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted every time we drop a new Stardom review, a new NJPW review, or a new Chop Talk.
Kingdom.
Why are they still trick or treating like 2 weeks later? Jeez.
Yeah. At 9:30 at night. Yeah. No, I would not
Oh.
answer that door. Dark-eyed children
Mm.
and all that jazz.
Yeah, we're here to talk some Stardom. We're going to talk the Goddess of Stardom Tag League match from the October 28th show, and we're going to go through the October 29th Halloween Dark Night show from Stardom. So we take it off the October 28th show. We're just going to do just the Goddess Tag League tournament match on this one, and we get. So before we get to this match, there's two, count them, two forfeits on this show in the tag
Yeah.
league. Eye Contact wins their match with Cosmic Angels by forfeit, who are out of the tournament completely. With Tam not going to be able to come back, which I was really thought just put Anu in. And then O2 Line win their match by forfeit from FWC due to an injury to Kaguma, who was taken out of this show, the next show we're going to talk about, and the rest of the tournament. My pick is out of the tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
your other favorite is kind of in it still.
oh yeah, but I'm just saying they were my pick. I picked FWC to win this.
Yeah, I know.
What give me what's your thoughts on now another person being out on injury?
It's not Stardom's year. It is not their. They're having a real bad luck because it's just like NGPW. They went through a really long stretch of having no injuries or no serious injuries, like the occasional busted lip or not broken nose, but like bloody nose here and there. But like then now we're starting to get like some pretty nasty injuries happening all right back to back. Losing Utami and losing Kamitani, losing Nakano, Natsupoi. Now we've lost Kaguma. It's like, gosh, diggity dang. On top of that, we've
Okay,
lost Raimu to AEW also.
I do have one correction on this one. I did mess up. This was actually a forfeit win for O2 Line over Reiwa Tokyo Towers, who Lady C is not hurt
Oh, yes.
sick on this night. Um, Going forward, though, all of the forfeits will happen for FWC though, because Kaguma is out injured.
Dang it.
So I apologize.
It
I
really is
had that one wrong.
unfortunate,
Yeah.
um, that we have so many injuries happening right now. I'm just happy that they're actually taking the time off to recover from the injuries because we've seen so many people who don't,
Mm.
and now look at him. I mean, Tanahashi, phenomenal example. You know, at least they're taking care of themselves. It just really does suck that it's all happening just right back to back. What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, it really does suck because I don't know. It just so many people are out, and it's affecting Gold Rush. We're not getting the world started title match on the Gold Rush show on the 18th. This Tuesday we're supposed to hopefully win the title. That was what I was hoping. Um, it's really put an upheaval into this tournament, and it's just taking away so much from this tournament. I really feel that like Tam and would have been a great presence in this tournament. FWC, they have three wonderful matches already in this tournament. Now go out 1-2, or like they're end their tournament 1-2. Yes, they'll be 1-5 by the end of the tournament, but it's really sad, especially for Koguma, was turning a corner with a character, becoming this like I don't know, she's always been awesome, but like you know what I mean, getting kind of becoming a focused character again, and it's just
Dare I say maturing the character?
very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's very
yeah.
unfortunate because we have 2 members still technically from Cosmic Angels in Yuna Mizumori and Sayorianu, who are still very much in shape and able to wrestle, but unfortunately, because they were on different teams, be like, which one do you put which one on? You know,
Well,
the one that was doing better, the one that was doing worse.
because originally it was Tam and Natsupoi, and then
Right,
Natsupoi went
right.
out injured, and Yuna Mizumori replaced her, and Anna was actually not going to be in the tournament at all, or like
Right, right,
maybe
right,
she
yeah.
maybe she was with Yuna. I don't know, but like I don't think she was
Mhm.
in this tournament to begin with.
They
And then
technically throw
Tam
her in
goes
it.
out.
Just
Tam
saying.
goes out hurt before the tournament started, technically. So really, you could have put Anna in, but she would have had to work double duty on that first night. And again, it was just, you know what I mean?
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen it happen in a Stardom ring, though.
No, but again, I really do wish they would have put Anu in there with
Mhm.
Yuna, but also Anu's not winning it without her tag partner, which it made no sense
No,
for
she's not
Tam to
gonna
go
flow
in
the
with
same way
Natsupoi.
with Yuna, yeah.
Yeah, again, so I'm not. I feel bad for Yuna most of all, getting
Mhm.
kind of screwed out of her tournament. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It is
yeah.
unfortunate.
But we do start out with the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. It is Anakan from God's Eye, Saki Kashima and Siri, taking on from Club Venus, Moonlight Venus, Mina Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama. Very quick start with Mina avoiding everything that Suri's throwing at her. Drop kicks the knee. Moonlight Venus double team Suri. Hit the sandwich woo drop kick. It's the same, not the same woo as Mariah's, but it's a woo.
So it's
Uh,
definitely a different tone of woo.
yeah, Waka gets the Waka ride, goes into a rear naked choke. Like while on Suri's back, she gets run into the corner. Suri unloads kicks, gets two, gets a straight arm bar, but Waka gets to the ropes. Saki comes in, she gets a double arm lock on Waka, but Waka gets to the ropes again. Saki working over the arm and shoulder, kicking it and striking it. Mina gets in. Suri tries to jump in to double with Mina in the ring, like tagged in. Suri tries to jump in and double team Mina with Saki, but Mina fights them both off. Saki stops the Impaler DDT, hits the head scissors and a running kick to the head and the ropes. Suri comes in, hits a shotgun drop kick and that DDT suplex he does. Mina and Suri trade strikes at center, then attacking each other on the ropes. And Mina hits a spinning back elbow, or no, sorry, a spinning forearm. I apologize. Um, Waka hits a hip attack in the ropes. Then two more to the head of Suri after he got tagged in. Suri reverses Waka, hits everything as Suri turns it into a disarmer, but Waka gets to the ropes. Moonlight Venus double team, and Waka hits the Oblivion, and they hit that double woo sweep. Waka goes to the top, hits the drop kick for two. Straight jacket slam by Waka, but the pin gets broken up. Suri fights off the hammerlock suplex, and they double team, and then Anacon double teams Waka and hit the Bulldog Code Breaker for two. Waka dodges a kick, gets two spinning, and Mina hits two spinning back fists. Waka gets the Tiger Suplex roll to Suri for two. Suri scores a roundhouse kick to the head for two, then pulls the disarmer into a double armbar, and Saki's holding Mina on the outside, and Waka is forced to tap out. You're muted. Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Uh,
There you go.
chill, dude. Chill. My God. What did I say about the frickin' sass?
I'm not sassing. I was just saying I couldn't hear you.
Leave it with that. um, yeah, I like the pink hair with Saki.
Hmm.
Um, I do like how Sori has this like really fun thing that she always does with her teams that I've seen so far in my Stardom viewing history, where she's always coordinating like the clothing outfits with her other team member in these kind of situations. So I like how her and Saki kind of almost look like little carbon copies of each other. It's really, really cute. Um, Waka definitely more confident in the ring with Saki than she was with Suri. Suri
Hmm.
got tagged in and like the fear took over, and that woman was just fighting for her life. The screams that were coming out of her mouth when Suri was doing the kicks. Oh, and I mean, obviously, it's Suri.
Hmm.
She's got arguably some of the strongest kicks from a woman on in professional wrestling. Let alone I think in MMA as well. I mean, she's just solid.
Hmm.
Yowza. Loved Mina's energy in this. She was fired up when she was in the ring. I loved it. Um, yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about her in the upcoming event. But
Hmm.
yeah, this was a really fun match. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I thought really fun match.
Mm,
A little disappointed that Club Venus didn't get the win, but
fair,
to
fair.
the point. But we got to talk about the picture here. Saki looked, good posing, good facials. Suri, good posing, good facials. Mina, great posing, great facials. But Waka, just come on. That was just
I mean, she's trying a new hairstyle. It's a little kitty. I'll give it that.
the
Um,
face though. It's just. Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
not her best, but hey,
No,
she's trying.
I know, but
She's trying.
I know. It just I laughed. I laughed because we talk about like some of the New Japan ones are way worse. Don't get me wrong, but just she looked just kind of awkward, and especially in with the other three.
Yeah, we've talked about how adorable Waka kind of is in Club Venus because all the Venus girls are definitely what you would put on that tier level of sexy.
Hmm.
And then there's Waka. She's kind of adorable. She's the adorable, attractive one of
Hmm.
the group. Like, in like the like late 90s, early 2000s, how like the boy and girl bands, there was always that like specific one. There was a sweet one and the motherly one, and then there was a like flirtatious one. Waka's the baby. She's the baby Spice of the Spice Girls.
She really is. I agree with you. She really is. Yeah. We move on to the October 29th show, Halloween Dark Night 2023. We got previews of this a few weeks back when the Mina got that video happen for her for dump and
Which, yeah, was a great promo video.
yeah, and it was originally supposed to be a handicap match, I guess, but Walker got inserted as her tag partner. So we'll talk about that. We'll get into it. But we started out again. Anacon back in the ring again. The next
Yeah.
night, taking on Prominence, Hiragi Karumi, and Arisa Sarah in another Goddess of Stardom Tag League match. Saki. Oh,
No, I was
Oh,
just
oh, sorry.
I've got stuff to say about this match. Whew.
All right. Saki actually wants to start against Risa Sera. That's what surprised me more than anything in this match was that she
That
was
was
like,
shocking, yes. That was
yeah,
shocking.
she's starting to build up. She's starting to get some. Well,
I mean, there's something about having someone as strong as Suri in your corner, giving you a little bit of confidence. I mean, we saw this with Chris Charlton. Having Hanari at ringside has dropped his balls, man. I mean, look at that.
yeah. As they fight around, Saki gets out of a Boston Crab, gets a Kishikase early, but Sarah and Hiragi double team her. Sarah gets a Cesaro swing for a 2 count on Saki. Saki fights back to Tag and Suri. Suri fights off the double team, hitting a backstabber to Sarah and hitting a drop kick, then a head scissors, and then a wheelbarrow bulldog on Hiragi for 2. Then into the disarmer. Hiragi gets the fights out and she gets a black hole slam, tags out to Sarah. Suri and Sarah trade strikes. Sarah's getting the swing that where she has her in front, then swings her around her back and drops her with an air raid crash. She hits that, then hits like almost like a Vader drop, a Vader bomb, but she goes up and then she drops the double knees. Looked good. She gets a 2 count of that. Suri hits a German, hits a running knee in the ropes, followed by a famouser off the top rope for a 2. Saki with comes in, hits the kicks, double knee drop off the second rope. Anacon for she gets a 2 count. Anacon hit the bulldog code breaker. Saki hits a double underhook suplex, and she hits some kicks, and she gets a 2 count. Hiragi makes the save, uh, and splashes Anacon in the corner, both of them, and then hits the cannonball to both in the seated in the corner. Double knees in the corner, cradle shock for 2 by Sarah. She stops a Kishikase, hits an air raid crash on Saki Kashima, and Risa Sarah gets the win.
Yes. I was so happy to see prominence again. Like, I like Anna Cohen well enough. I mean, I love Suri. And Saki's been doing pretty good. She's winning me over a little bit. But yeah, damn. Prominence came in like freaking fire. I just want to just take a moment to just play the hell up about Karumi Hiragi. Holy shit. This
Mm-hmm.
woman has been taking notes and watching Suzu Suzuki grow up in this kind of business in the last year here. We've been talking about how Suzu has evolved her look, started adding makeup at certain times and what have you. You know, Hiragi was never always like that. The picture that we see with the dark lip was something she just kind of started doing. And this night, ho ho, everything about her look, aesthetically speaking, was 10 out of 10 Sean Spears perfection. Her hair freshly dyed, fresh buzz cut, so she got that nice blonde short cut, but then when she would flip her hair, you would see the kind of buzz underneath. It looked so badass.
Mm-hmm.
Her makeup was a nice smoky kind of cat eye with this dark red lip. Looked so good on her. It matured her a little bit because I know she's quite young. I believe she's 20, 21, same age as Suzu-ish, if not a little bit younger. But as a former big girl also, when I used to dress myself, I would dress myself in a manner that brought attention to certain areas and took away from other areas. And whoever made her outfit for this night did absolutely that for her. She looked styling. She looked amazing. She looked so good. But then her wrestling. Holy crap, this woman is so strong, so deceptively quick for her size. She just put on in this match. I was just so awestruck seeing her again. And then the color combination also, she kind of looks like a 20-year-old Nani Takahashi to me, with the black with the red and yellow kind of accenting on there. Um, the airplane spin that Sarah did on Saki is so good. She's so smart with that because she kind of goes into it with the maximum amount of reps possible in
Mm-hmm.
as quick a time as possible, maintaining a certain height.
Well,
It's like once you see her start to drop it, she knows she's got to let go. And it was so cool.
the
What
lean
are you going
back
to say?
she does to the Cesaro lean, like she leans back with it, like Cesaro does. Like if you watch Cesaro do it, he's like at a, like an he is like at an angle like this,
Yeah,
and
he gets a pretty good incline.
she was getting back to those angles, which creates the better lift.
That and Sarah also gets the foot right up in her armpit.
Hmm.
So she has a very stable kind of grounding for the person she's kind of yeeting. But Kashima took that beautifully. I mean, how do you not, right? You just kind of go limp and hope for the best when they release you. Um, Took it very, very well. Um, I wrote that Black Hole Slam. Do you know what I'm talking about by Hiragi?
Hmm.
Um, that kinda came out of nowhere, just so impressive, again, just speaks to the skill that this woman has, she's so good, and again, for so young. This is another person you gotta be looking out for, because man, if she hits that market, especially the North American market here, I mean, we're savages. Like our blood and our guts and our gore, she's a freaking deathmatch specialist. Bring her over. We'll have fun with that. Sarah, very dominant at the end of this match with Saki. Everything felt very authoritative. Everything felt very, I don't want to say stiff, but like it definitely felt like it had a little bit more of a stamp on it than normal, and even more so than against Suzu and Mei Sarah at the beginning of the tournament. I felt that Saki did her absolute best, given she is known for her resiliency and just surviving these kind of matches. Man, like you can only take so much when you're coming from someone with the strength and dominance of Kurumi Hiragi there, but then just the deceptive density. I know that sounds weird to say, but like Risa Sarah is another girl who doesn't appear to be very large, but when she hits you, it just looks like she rings your freaking bell.
Hmm.
Um, she was freaking ruthless with Saki at the end of this match. And that air raid crash was just like, it wasn't just an air raid crash, it was an air raid, and she pulled her up another half foot to slam her down that little bit harder. Just that exclamation point at the end of that. This, for me, I was like, why was this the beginning? Well, because they're just killing it with these opening matches. Ugh. 10 out of 10 if you're looking for a match to describe Stardom Wrestling. Ka-chow. Right there.
Ka-chow.
Bam. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
I
We move
went
on.
on and on about that one, man. It was so good.
No, it was a wonderful match. I highly expected you to. We move on to
Mm,
a zombie rumble match. Fuck. Just okay. So I would say the match we just talked about was the highlight of the night.
I would wholeheartedly agree.
Not that like other matches, like there's some bad ones on here. Don't get me wrong, but there's some other enjoyable matches. Just fuck, man. It's just some shit on this show. Let's just say that. And it starts all out with the zombie rumble. Ram and Fuki can death start the match. Ram does her swiping thing, like the this thing at Fuki to like hurt her. Ram copies the smoking of Fuki when she's
That
squatting.
was a great spot. And
Then
then,
the
like,
ref,
takes a cigarette.
then the ref just goes and takes the smokes from them.
Joint.
So good.
They were just chilling, having a smoke break. How rude. Don't interrupt them.
So Ram does a roadblock. Fuki does a roadblock. Ram tries to eliminate her but cannot. Zombies A, B, and C all come out together. Ram's using her swiping powers at the zombies to keep them at bay, then just bails out of the ring and runs away. The new sexy dynamite princess comes out, and she is attacked during her entrance by the zombies. And then she ends up like
I'm glad you
kissing.
told me about the ramp thing because I didn't notice her run under the ramp or under the ring. And
Yeah,
I wrote sexy dynamite shows up and I don't know where Ram is.
yeah. She ducked out of the ring. The new sexy dynamite princess, she gets attacked in inches, but then when they're in the ring, she goes like going like, "Mwah," like blowing kisses at them, and I guess that
Mhm.
keeps zombies at bay. Karma enters the match. She like just does like a flick at sexy dynamite princess, and she like falls down and falls out of the ring. It
Was that
was
supposed
weird.
to be her fire?
Was it? Because I didn't see any fire. I just looked like her.
I didn't see any fire either, but she did the movement and I was like, "Oh, that was supposed to be the fire, but it didn't fire."
Yeah, I look at it. She just flicked her away.
I
Um,
mean, good on her for still selling it though.
And then she gets attacked. Then Karma gets attacked by the zombies, and then we get super strong
Which
start.
was surprising, you would think they would relate.
You think so? So then we get the entrances of strong Stardom Big Machine, strong Stardom Machine, and super strong Stardom Giant Machine Two.
Yeah.
Giant Machine Two. It's that Giant Machine Two. It's
Oh,
Giant
it's
Machine
2?
Two.
Okay, I gotta add
Yeah,
that.
because it's the other Giant Machine isn't here. She might.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and
She
I thought that as well when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, I know who that is."
the one Giant Machine might be sick.
Yes, yes. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "I recognize that." But anyway,
So they
continue.
end up getting into this point where like there's like a 9-way submission with like 3 submissions in each, and then the Sexy Dynamite Princess just starts posing, and the camera just goes off the wrestling and starts there's filming her. It was so
Everybody's wooing and cheering and just I mean, let's be honest, she did great with her poses.
yeah. So Superstardom,
Almost sexier than the original Sexy.
yeah, the machines end up eliminating Fuking and Death by pinfall. Karma starts fighting with Big Machine. She's sent over the top. Uh, and then Strong Machine, which is just a regular Strong Machine, spears her through the rope, sending her to the floor. So they eliminate. So those 2 machines eliminated Karma. Yeah. The zombies chase Ram, and they like start eating her. And then she starts dancing all Michael Jackson like, doing the Thriller
She
dance.
became the living dead girl.
Yeah, and she runs the ropes and then just comes back in and just collapses, and the zombies pile on top of Ram Kaicho and eliminate her by pinfall. The machines fight the zombies, but the zombies get the upper hand. They end up eliminating Big Machine 2 by pinfall. Sexy Dynamite Princess ends up on the top rope. She's distracting zombie C, and this is where giant and I'm sorry, no, Big Machine. It's the only Big Machine. Sorry, it was eliminated. And then Giant Machine 2 uh, eliminates one of the machines eliminates Zombie C by roll up, right? And then yeah, so Seki Dynamite Princess in with arm drags to the zombies and the machines. She does the hump the face spot in the corner. Like that's a spot we really just
Was
don't
so
need.
awkward.
It looked just as bad as cone titties. I'll say that right now.
It
Um,
was so bad.
Yeah, she does that to Giant Machine 2 and Zombie B, and then she pins them both to eliminate them. Regular Stardom Strong Machine comes in, fights with Sexy Dynamite Princess. A zombie A attacks Sexy Dynamite Princess and eliminates her from the match. Uh, Strong Machine is fighting with Zombie A. She gets bit in the arm, and she hits a lariat, pins Zombie A, and Superstardom Strong Machine wins the match. My favorite of all the machines, actually, this one.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah, before I'm just gonna go through, or I'm gonna let you talk, and then we'll go through which every
oh,
machine.
this was chaos. Just
Yeah.
glorious, glorious chaos from start to finish. I After I saw what was like the first couple of entrants, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be more clusterfucky than a clusterfuck. This is gonna be a clusterfuck or fuckery."
Mm,
Um, so I kind of expected the same level as Bouncy Castle from last year, and in that respect, I was not disappointed.
no.
Um, that being said, the when we did get the shades of match stuff, like wrestling happening, it was actually a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Um, I just the zombies were just a weird touch for me because they were just playing with the masks quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy seeing the new strong giant machine too.
But yeah,
It was
Giant Machine
nice.
too. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, and it was really fun to see the second generation of Sexy Dynamite
Yeah.
emerge. She was definitely sexier. Holy heck, she was posing like a mamma jamma.
Mm. So Strong Machine was Saida. I'm very sure of that because we've seen this girl in here multiple times. The new Giant Machine 2 is Hanako and is listed online that it is Hanako.
Hmm.
Um, the Sexy Dynamite Princess is now Hanan. Hanan has taken up the mantle. That one was pretty goddamn obvious. Just the hair alone
She
was.
kept accidentally doing her Hanon pose,
Well,
so I was like,
dude,
"Hey."
it's not like it's not like Mariah May wasn't doing her poses too while wearing the mask either. So again, they're making it pretty obvious. And I actually don't know who Big Machine was. I wasn't totally sure on that one.
Wasn't it Yuna? That's usually who it is.
I don't know.
The like, if we're talking, that's the middle one, right?
Yeah, but she
If we're
looked
talking in
taller.
height, we know Ida is the small green one, the middle one is usually Yuna Mizumori, and then the giant one was usually Lady C.
Yeah, Giant Machine is Lady C. Giant Machine 2 is Hanako. So yeah.
Oh, that's not
Yep.
who I thought it was. That's
No,
interesting.
it's literally listed through Cage Match that it's Hanako. So
Oh, yeah, I suspect the middle one was Yuna. It looked like her body size and type, and Mizumori started the trend of covering the nails.
yeah,
Which, in case you didn't notice, all of the super strong machines did for this match. They covered up their nails,
there you go.
which is
So
smart because if you like the bright colored unique nails over there with like big gems and stuff, very, very trendy. So it's like if you are paying attention to what they're doing on social media, you'd be able to figure out right away who they were. So good on
yeah,
them for maintaining what is it, kayfabe?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Continue.
move from this match to sadly what is a worse match. It's a zombie lumberjack match. So the zombies actually stayed at ringside. So did the machines, and so did Ram Kai Chow, and so did Fuki and Death. They all stayed out as I think the strong machine went to the back,
Yeah,
but
I don't recall seeing the strong machines.
well, no, the big and giant were there. Oh, I
Really? I
saw
don't
them.
rec oh, yeah, I don't recall seeing the green one, though.
No, green one wasn't there.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So Waka in her old gear, and to this point, I don't blame her. Why would you wear your good gear for a match with Dump Matsumata? Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd wear like jeans and a t-shirt if I had to wrestle Dump because it's a kind of a dump of a match. I'm gonna pretty much sum this
Oh.
entire match up in about 2 sentences. Everybody attacks Dump, or Waka and Mina attack Dump. She doesn't sell. Um, Dump breaks all the pins up with a kendo stick. End of the match.
Actually
Uh,
exits the ring, and when she does, she
oh my god,
she
would you get back in?
Okay.
Oh my god.
I totally accept my VIP ticket on the bus to hell for this, but, like, I actually had to pause the match at the beginning there when Dump, threw I think it was Waka out of the apron, and Waka landed on
Hmm.
the ramp part and then rolled off.
Yeah.
When Dump stepped out of the ring, she stepped over the middle rope instead of going down because she probably wouldn't be able to get back up.
Mm.
But, like, she does not have the coordination any longer between a certain angle. She totally belly flopped on the apron. Like, and I swear she rocked her face off of it too, and just the look of her just boom, and then just rolling off, I cackled. I was cackling.
Oh
And again, I don't care. VIP ticket to hell on that. I just don't care. I laughed so freaking hard at it because I got my karma, I feel, in the form of this match.
yeah. So that was dude. There's another spot with Dump when she goes to get back in the ring. Zap literally has to lift her up to help her get up onto the apron and under the bottom rope. Zap
Yeah.
had to lift her. Again, I understand she's an old woman, but you shouldn't be doing wrestling. I'm sorry. You are not in wrestling shape. You She's always been a bigger lady. Yes, I understand that. But you don't have the movement you need to do this shit. Please go away.
Yeah, yeah, at some point in time, it's like, what's that song? You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them. If
Yeah.
you can't get in and out of the ring in an efficient amount of time, fold them. Your knees
Yeah.
sure are. You know?
End of the match. Oh,
Watching her is like watching Ric Flair for me. So if you don't like watching Ric Flair, you're not gonna like watching this woman. And, like, Ric Flair arguably can do more,
yeah.
probably.
At least
Stoned.
he could like, yes, that Ric Flair's final match was terrible, but at least he had some semblance of who he was. At least he had a
He did something
semblance.
more than just whack-a-mole someone with a kendo stick, and that's
Yeah.
essentially all Dump did in this match.
This was all Zap working for her team.
She
Zap,
even hit the freaking commentator!
yeah, dude, I was not cool. Dude, she hit the ring announcer before the match
Yeah, right
twice.
when he was do Yeah, and then she went after Suri too. Suri took off at one point.
I if
Can I just also just say how adorable it was how Suri greeted everyone? You know how, like,
yeah,
when everyone's like, "Oh, this is Suri," and she's like, "Hi, good evening," and the somebody boss.
I skipped
She
all
went
of that.
up, like, 5 octaves and then came back down, I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, but dude, this is just like, if as a person who used to ring announce, if a wrestler hit me and this was not a prep spot, I would I don't care. I would smack dump. I don't care. Hit me with a kendo
I
stick.
would love to see that. I would
If
legitimately
she
love
hit me
to.
with a kendo stick, I would have smacked her back. I'm like, don't fucking hit me. I am not a professional wrestler. Leave me the fuck alone. I am a ring announcer. Leave me the fuck. You want to hit somebody? Hit the goddamn ref. Don't hit me. I wouldn't have
Mhm.
shit. He sold for it, and I almost hate the ring announcer for selling for her fucking kendo shot. I would if I
She
did
hit him
better,
pretty hard, though.
yeah, but or just no sell it as best as you can because she shouldn't be doing that shit. Simple as that.
No, I agree. I didn't like that.
Nor the announcers after the match. No, like these people
No.
are not part of your match. Don't swing a stick at them. Like the treat them
I
like
mean, and I hate to say it, though, but this woman is also wearing, like, a skull with a swastika on her cheek, so, like,
I agree, but you're
she's evil.
be a fucking professional and just hit the
Yeah, I agree.
wrestlers and the
I
referee. You hit
agree.
the referee all you want. He's part of your match. The announcers and your ring announcer are not part of your match. That pissed me off. Like I
No.
legitimately like lost so much. Like I don't get if she had planned with them, maybe, but I don't think they bring it. The announce at least the commentators that wasn't planned. She just swung at them. Like
No. And
no,
even then, if you were gonna go after the commentary crew at that point, go after Suri. She's actually a trained professional. She
yeah.
could probably take you. She would
I
struggle a
know.
little bit with it, but she would take you.
Well, I'm pretty sure the dude is an ex wrestler, but still, he's not part of.
Yeah, it's like it's not his job right now. He's being paid to talk, not act. And as far as I'm concerned, if you put your hands on somebody at that point, they're involved.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this match more than enough. I'm just going to give you the ending. Zap hits the scoop slam, second row splash to
Yeah,
Waka.
yeah.
Dump hits the red mist and hits a running splash to Waka for the win. They beat up on the girls more on the floor after the match. And this is where they hit the announcers with the kendo stick and shit. Uh, I hated this. Like, I've never said I've hated a Mina or a Waka match in my life. I hated this. Fucking
It
hated
was
this.
not a good watch. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Um,
I'll
the
actively
only
avoid
thing
this match.
Yeah,
Actively
yeah,
avoid it.
it was worse than Glorious Chaos. Um, the only thing that 2 things I wanted to add to this is, when Mina put Zap in the figure 4 and they were actually, like, having a bit of a wrestling match,
Hmm.
um, I just wanna bless Waka's tiny heart. It's bigger than her, actually, because she thought she could hold Dump off while Mina's trying to get Zap to submit. And she was just screaming the whole time, like, "Yeah, I'm doing this," and it's like, you weren't." But, you know, again, bless her heart for trying. Um, the last thing I wanted to touch on is I maybe I don't know this about the faction itself, but, like, does Dump's faction not give a crap about each other? Is that part of their gimmick? Did they
She
just
literally
stand
stood
there and
there.
watch the other get submitted or pinfalled upon and then just
Well, just
watch?
remember the match before for Dump when she tagged out. Remember, she never went through the ropes. She just like sat in the corner, like stood.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
said
she
it's
was
probably
playing like
because she wouldn't be able to get physically back in.
yeah, and again, I think she was just like, I'm tired. I'm not. There was no psychology, no nothing to this match. It was just pure.
Yeah. Complete disorganization and breakdown. Because yeah, there were points in time where, like, Mina was pinning Zap, and I'm like, Dump's just standing there with an arm on the rope, just looking directly at it, and I'm like, "I get that it's hard to move at your age, you know, and that's a conversation she needs to have with a doctor in her knees, but, you know, you could hobble o like, you got the extra length on the kendo stick. Hell, throw the kendo stick. Do something, show some team camaraderie." I don't know. We've talked about this match more longer than we probably should have because it was not good.
Yeah, let's get into some actually good wrestling.
Oh,
This isn't a
yes.
5-way. This is actually ended up being a 4-way because Kaguma is injured now. So we got a trick or treat anywhere fall count 4-way match. That's just we cage match. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a 4-way falls count anywhere trick or treat match. Momo Watanabe versus Mei Sarah versus Suzu Suzuki versus Tekla. They all have trick or treat bags when they come out. It's actually kind of funny. Suzu and Theko start. May is throwing out candy on the outside. Momo's throwing out candy. Suzu slides out, starts throwing out candy. Theko goes to the top, and she's throwing out candy. May is like running away. Momo's like chasing May around on the floor. I think trying to steal her candy. I don't know. It was really weird. Thekla gets drop kicked off the top by May Sarah. Momo and Suzu lariat May with a bag of candy. The candy goes everywhere. It was great. Um, there's a giant pile of people, and Theka jumps on top for the pin for 2. Thekla and Momo fight each other, and Theka gets the Moodle lock on Momo, while May and Suzu are trading pins on the floor. And this is where I realized, oh, it's a false count anywhere match.
Yeah.
Yeah. That spider dodge by Theka into the spear on Momo for 2. Shotgun drop kick by Momo, and then suplexes Thekla into the corner, but misses the running drop kick. And Thekla, because she hung Thekla upside down, the Thekla spidered up, and she missed the running drop kick into the corner. And May ends up drop kicking Momo out. Suzu and May go up to do a double team move to Thekla. The Thekla spider suplexes them both off the top. A really great spot. Everybody rolls to the floor. Thekla dives off the top, and she only ends up hitting Suzu on the floor. And then comes off the apron with a drop kick to Thekla. Momo and May go rolling around ringside. It was weird, like with pins. They were just like rolling. It was really weird. Um,
Mhm. They definitely that Leo Rush, yo,
yeah,
wheel move
it's like a
out of the
victory,
arena
constant
almost.
victory roll is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thekla and,
Ridiculous. It was cool though.
Thekla and Suzu on the ramp, and like she gets her into the Keeler roll, and they just roll all the way down the ramp, and she gets a 2
Yeah.
out of it. Suzu shoots Thekla on top with a T-shirt gun full of I don't know what the hell was in it, but it's a bunch of little balls or something gets shot out at Thekla.
Like candy.
Didn't look candy, didn't look fun. And then grabs her, whips her off the top. They trade pinfall until Suzu gets the tequila roll and gets the win. Momo and May fight to the back. Suzu grabs candy from the desk as she leaves. Pure chaos again. Pure chaos.
It was, but you know what? It was fun chaos.
Oh yeah, it was a great time.
It was a lot of fun. Um, I really oh yeah, Cash Misaki also joined the chat at this point.
Mhm.
She joined commentary, which was hilarious because she kind of was like at first kind of cowering. Something I forgot to mention, it felt like Suri was really riding Kashima in their entrance or in their intro match there. Like they were beaking at each other quite a bit, and Kashima was kind of doing the yeah, uh-huh, nah, kind of vibe for me. She was kind of still acting like that once she got on commentary, but she seemed a lot happier after she got some candy. Relatable, relatable.
Yeah,
Um,
I tune the announcers out most of the time on this show because again
was that?
I don't understand the announcers, so I just kind of tune them out when I'm watching Stardom. So
Um, Usually I do as well, but, like, hearing 2 women's voices on there was actually kinda cool when they would start to go back and forth. Because again,
Mm.
Suri's really giving it to Saki for a lot of the night. I don't know if it was good or bad, but she was giving it to her quite a bit, and again, once she got her little pile of candy, she was a lot more happy.
Mm.
Um, Lots of candy being thrown around and yeeted into the audience, eaten by people. One po I think every single person in this match at one point was eating candy in the crowd. And it was adorable because how fun would that be to just have a moment with a random crowd person just walking through the crowd eating candy? So fun. There was one point where there was multiple refs counting, and I got really confused because I was like, "Well, what happens if they both didn't kick out? That'd be really confusing for me." There was also that one point where you talked about the lariat to May with the candy, and she had this moment where she took the bump and she clearly landed on a bunch of the candy. She came up kind of like in this, "Oh my god, that hurt so bad" face, and like she literally reached down and picked up a piece of candy and was just sitting there looking at it like, "How the heck did this cause me so much pain?" And I just thought it was really hilarious. Just little subtle moment within the ring, 'cause it added for me, it added that little touch of funny to the
Mm.
match, because that was supposed to be a more serious spot, I think, in the match, and just her subtle psychology made it that much more funny to me.
Mm.
Um, did you also see the moment where Thekla fell off the stage?
No, I missed that, honestly. I didn't pay.
So again, you know how Dump belly flopped on the apron where she had thrown there was the ramp that comes down, and then the ramp was actually on the apron level,
Mhm.
and then it just kinda ended. There was no steps or anything, it just kinda cut off there where the
Mhm.
ramp was. Thekla had gone to the ramp on the apron on the outside, and I think she was walking on the ramp instead of the apron. So she was actually walking to the corner, and she just stepped right off the ramp. The noise that she made, because she clearly didn't know. She just, "Wow!" And I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And then she just starts yelling us up about it and then hops up into the corner, does her spot. I was just like, "That is hilarious," because she just played it right off like it was nothing. But just the moment was so funny and just a fun little hilarious spot for me. I wish I didn't notice these things. I hate myself.
Mm.
The right person won and had
Mm.
fun with that. Suzu is on a roll right now. I look forward to seeing how the rest of her year goes.
She is on a roll, on a tequila roll.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See what you did there.
Again, I really enjoy this because at least like we had that great opener, and then we went into like two fairly stupid, like a stupid match, and then an actual really shitty match, and then we got back to good stuff with this one. It was fun. It was exciting. It was fast paced. I enjoyed it.
Balance.
Yeah. We move on to another four-way match. It is Hazuki Sayoriano, Natsuko Tora, and Mai Sakurai in a Halloween weapons four-way match. Tora's gear, just Aaron's gear alone, was very fitting for a Halloween show. I thought. Just
I agree.
and then we got SWAT officer Hazuki, we got Darth Mai, and Anu out in her regular wrestling gear. Little spoil sport, but
I mean, that's what happens when you don't have poi. I mean, she was there, but she was like not there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
No inspiration, that one. But
yeah,
we still saw the expression that I've
okay,
been really enjoying out of her in this one, so
very
I'm
much so.
not too mad about it.
No. So Mai using the lightsaber immediately. She does a senton, puts her in the paradise lock, sits on her. Hazuki attacks Mai. She gets the boot loss, running boot. Mai shoots her with a money gun. Literally one of those guns that like shoots at money. And then
Yeah.
uses a trick or treat bucket to hit Hazuki with. Um Anu and Hazuki brawl around the floor. Tora beats up Mai on the floor. And then somebody starts throwing these spiders at the announce table These fake.
Yes, the little fake spiders and fake cockroaches. I believe it was, Tora 'cause, she brought down something with her. She
Yeah,
brought down, like, a pig.
I didn't realize she was throwing these things until after when it showed them. And I thought Saki was just running away scared of Tora.
Oh, that was Suri. It was
No,
Suri.
Saki did. That was
Suri
Sa
did too.
Oh, but Saki ran off to the back though.
So did Suri.
Oh, what they both did? Okay, I saw
Yeah.
Saki, I didn't know. Okay, but yeah, it was
'Cause
just
Suri was screaming the whole way. She was running like Jack Sparrow and screaming the whole
okay.
way.
Maybe
It
it was
was
Suri that I saw do that.
hilarious.
I thought it was Saki because it was kind of dark and I wasn't really
Oh,
sure who it
no.
was. But yeah, dude, it was
Saki
funny.
Saki went off in a direction, but Suri was the one screaming.
Yeah, okay, there was Saki running and screaming, which sounds really stupid
That's what happens when they look alike, man.
For the ex MMA fighter to be scared of a plastic spider bothers me. I'm sorry, like it's a goddamn spider. You can kick that spider into oblivion.
As someone who's arachnophobic themselves, I say, "Fuck you."
Okay, lightsaber battle with Mai and Tora. Tora hits a Samoan drop in the senton for two. The lightsaber battle was funny. Um, it goes to the top, but Anu puts a net on her and it whips her off the top. She chokes Tora. She does that uh like figure eight bridge with the and choking Tora with
Yeah, with the net, yeah.
um and then Hazuki hits her with a fake butcher's knife. At least I hope it was fake. And then chokes her with it.
Did you see the transition too at that point? She went from being the SWAT person to being, like, the deranged lunatic with, like, the
Hmm.
stitches and the pumpkin and out yeah, the butcher knife, I was like, "What?" It was awesome, though. It was
Yeah.
scary, but it was awesome.
It was just weird, man. Um yeah, so it was just I don't know. Corner splash. Suzuki puts on her up top, pulls in these little plastic pumpkins and superplexes her onto them for two. Hazuki gets a dive, but gets she goes for the suicide dive, but gets caught in the net.
It was like a cat walking into Saran wrap. When you put Saran wrap across the doorway,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was so funny.
yeah, it was great. And then Toru and Anu fight on the apron. Maya hits a top rope drop kick and a Northern Lights suplex for two on Hazuki in the ring. Maya gets up, she goes up and hits the top rope elbow, but it's broken up. Anu gets Maya and Hazuki in the corner. Then Tora gets Anu in the corner, splashes all three. She hits the triple corner cannonball. Hazuki fights back, unloads strikes to Tora, hits the DDT for two, goes into the crossface, but Tora gets to the ropes. Tora hits Hazuki in the face with the Oedo Tai chair, then hits the Death Valley driver for two. Tora goes to the top, misses the swanton. Hazuki gets down, uh, uh, goes down to attack her, but Anu cuffs both Hazuki. Hazuki had cuffs, and then Anu ends up cuffing them together, ties them up with them fabric or ribbon or something.
Yeah,
Um,
something that Ploy threw into her.
and then she ties him to the ropes. She hits Mai with a Thor style hammer, and then puts the pumpkin bag thing on Mai's head, hits the headhunter, and gets the win.
Mhm.
This fucking match was fucking
It
awesome
was
and
it was it was glorious
ridiculous.
chaos, and this was actually
Yeah.
very, very well organized considering how chaotic it was.
Mhm.
I felt it did break down a little bit when the handcuffs didn't quite work there, but they recovered it really, really nicely. I felt that this was a great kind of transition from the silly matches into something a little bit more serious. Because especially Tora, like, she don't joke around too much.
Mhm.
When she does, you don't really know that she's joking. But I felt that she did so good in this match, and, like, Ruaka is the valet or manager that everybody needs, sliding in that chair at the right moment, interceding when she needed to at the right moments. She did so good in being the little crony in the corner. I was really impressed with that. Um, what else? What else? Overall, though, I felt the match was really, really good. Um kind of spouted off on everything else as you mentioned it. So that's good. Saves us some time.
Yeah. Move on to the most normal match of the evening. It's Mariah versus Halloween Mask. It's
Mhm,
literally the name listed on Cage Match is Halloween Mask.
mhm,
It's a
mhm,
name listed there. It's stupid. Mariah attacks
mhm.
immediately. Mask attacks back. Choice chokes Mariah in the corner. Mask gets a rear naked choke, but Mariah gets to the ropes. Mariah shoulder blocking Mask, but can't knock her down. Mask gets the lariat and the splash for two. Mask gets another lariat. She picks Maya up, or picks Mariah up, but and he lifts her. Very familiar move, but Mariah turns it around and hits a flatliner. Corner lariat and running lariat for two by Mariah. She tries to pull the mask off. She tries to pull the mask off in the ropes, and then she ties her up in the ropes, pulls the mask off, revealing Raka, who just a minute ago almost hit a tree slam, which is one of her normal moves. I'm like, okay. I knew who it was going into this, but yeah, because I had the thing when I copied the name
Oh,
of it.
I didn't.
No,
I
but
actually thought it was Azumi for some reason.
I copied and pasted it from the matches from Cage Match, not the results, but the matches, and it had Ruaka in parentheses, so I already knew it was Ruaka going into this. Um,
Oh.
so this is where Momo and Tora come in, start attacking Mirai for a good almost minute. Tora hits Mirai at the pipe, the choke with the pipe, and the ref decides after about a minute of them beating her up, yeah, I'm throwing the match out, and it was a no contest at 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And they leave, and then Suri slides in. They leave, and that was it.
Mhm. I mean,
Yeah.
for now. This is definitely far from over, which kind of makes me happy because, we've been singing Ruaka's praises since we started watching Stardom
Mhm.
together. She's been one of those people who just is steadily evolving and steadily getting better and better and better each time we see her. Very loyal member of Oedo Tai. Um, I think it's about time she starts moving up to that white belt
Mhm.
division. So, I don't think this is the last time that we see Ruaka in the ring with Mirai. I hope that the next time we see them in the ring together, though, that Ruaka is Ruaka and is, whatever she is evolving into now as opposed to this Halloween mask. Because I felt it kind of did her a disservice. Because I would have enjoyed it a lot more knowing it was her the whole time, I think.
Mhm. Yeah. Again, interesting match. Good match. Very
Mhm,
short.
mhm.
Got a messed up ending, but yeah, we had it. It
Very,
happened.
very.
We move on to the main event of the evening. Is a coffin explosion 4-way match. Mayu Iwatani versus the Three Crows. Originally, this was supposed to be a 3-on-1 handicap match of her against the three people that abducted her. Remember her getting abducted a little while back by three
Mhm,
people in
mhm.
those crow masks? Yeah, that's what this was.
Yeah, who they suddenly gave her back, I don't know.
And then we got this match, which were the three people revealed. Actually,
There's
people.
no way that those 3 people were the people that kidnapped her.
I don't believe it is because they're revealed to be Megan Bain, you, and Micah.
Which I was stoked about because I was pissed off already that, like, my 2 girl crushes weren't on this show. Now I get them in the main event. Lucky
I,
me.
I just like the little edit I did, just putting their heads on the
I
crows.
do like that.
Just a weird little one. This was a match card that was given out on the Stardom site and on Twitter. So this was the match card.
Whatever works.
So you and Bane take out Micah and Maya. They face off. He's trying to shoulder block each other over and over again. Bane and you both trying to slam each other. Micah attacks you from behind. Bane picks her up, slams you. Then Micah slams Mayu onto Bane or onto you, and then Bane slams Micah onto all of them. Then Micah slams Bane onto Mayu. They attack Mayu in the corner. Then Bane starts attacking Micah. It was weird. She gets that Samoan fall away slam thing, Samoan drop fall away slam thing to both Micah and Mayu. She just weirdly turned on her partner partway through this match, but it made no sense. It was like
I
Mike
mean,
Micah
you gotta
gets
do
up
what you gotta do.
and Micah gets up and starts yelling at Bane, and just like they seem to like kind of drop their hate the fighting. I guess they stop Mayu doing a backflip arm drag, but Yu ends up running hits a running cross body, taking both out of the ring and sends both out of the ring. Mayu hits a suicide dive, but Bane and Micah catch her, and then so Yu just drops down, does the rollout, taking all three people out on the floor. It was great. Um, Yu drags Micah to the stage to a coffin on, if you're looking from the camera, the left side. As you look on, it's on the left side. She beats her up. Bane saves Micah. Or sorry, yeah, Bane saves Micah. They hit a high five, but Bane then picks up Micah, tosses her onto a coffin, and it implodes. It just crumples under her. I was just like, oh, okay, did we mess something up here? Like,
Aiden is just too strong. She wrecked everything.
but I didn't realize there was another coffin. So
Dun, dun,
use
dun.
so Yu's fighting with Mayu at ringside. She brings in Rossi, puts them both in the corner, but people on the outside pull Rossi out, and she ends up cannonballing Mayu in the corner. Um, Bane grabs Rossi, carries him over to the coffin, like literally carries him over to the coffin, and places him inside. And pretty reasonably places him inside. You then carries Mayu over to the coffin, tosses her in, tries to toss her in. She stops, jumps off the apron, but she's caught. And then they both pick her up military press style and toss her into the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
As they go to close the lid, Mayu and Rossi stand up, but they get fought off and they close the coffin lid. The bell rings. Bane and you walk over to the ramp, put their hands up in the air, and everything goes dark. And then we see a flash where the coffin was, or we saw smoke rising up first before the lights went out. The lights go out, and a flash happens, loud bang, and then it's just black for a little bit, and then it cuts to a video saying "Happy Halloween." It plays for a little bit, and then it cuts back to the venue, and it just shows people leaving, and then it cuts back to the announcers through the post show talk down. But like, what the fuck?
I mean, this is the kind of chaos we expect out of these kinds of shows, you
Yeah.
know? Um, I had fun with it though. It had a rough start. Well, like the first match was tremendous. It got a little iffy in the kind of beginning part of it, but we know that that's a good formula for a wrestling show. You put a banger at the front to get people excited and make them want to stay. You put the two worst matches next on the card and make people question their existence and life choices. And then you give them a banger of the rest of a show to make them remember why they came to the show. Um, I thought it was great because everything that came after those clusters made up for the cluster as subtly, and it wasn't like an immediate reward. It was just like, here's a cookie, here's a bigger cookie, here's a bigger cookie. It was nice to have the reward system as we went through the rest of the show. Um, yeah, this one was a little confusing, but still really, really fun.
Hmm?
And I feel that all four women performed in this one so fun and so good. And like always a treat to see Micah. Always a treat to see Megasis. But man, was it so fun to see you again. I know she's usually a heel in Stardom, but man, is she a treat and a pleasure to watch. I mean, look at that face. She's always smiling.
Hmm?
I mean, she's usually kicking the crap out of you if she's smiling like that, but gosh, it's just such a cute smile. That's all I got to say on this one.
So there was a little post match that I read about. They were like slapping each other, and like Bane and you were chopping each other in the back, but they seemed to be pretty chill with each other.
I think it's a mutual respect thing, yeah. I mean,
So
look at them.
what I was thinking was, could we see, because like being that Micah's been working with Bane, and they've been working with Suzu and May and this like weird 4-way team that's been switching in and out. If Micah is to leave and form a team with Bane, well, Bane might not be around, being that she is an AEW contracted wrestler, I guess, who's working in Stardom to get better. And the rumor is she might not be around for long in Stardom, which makes me sad. Could we see you possibly becoming part of that team? She seemed pretty chummy at the end with Bane and Micah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, is it possible we could be seeing the end of DDM? Julia does make that jump to the WWE. I highly doubt, and if they say she's bringing friends, I don't want to sound mean, but the biggest obvious person for Julia to bring over would be Thekla.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Just
got
like,
the English language, she's got the cool styling, she's got the cool look. She's kinda got that look that they could use, that they could market. I feel like that she would probably take her with her, and if Micah's leaving, that just leaves Mai. Mai wouldn't lead DDM on her own. I don't think she's ready to be a captain or a leader yet. So it's like, you know, what you're saying could be true, could be factual. We could see Micah and Bane forming their own faction, but even if Bane does leave, still gives her something to come back to, and it also gives Micah something to go to.
mhm,
You know, Julia coming over to the WWE, if Bane is over in AEW, could open the door for Micah coming over.
very possible. Again, there's so much stuff up in the air right now. With I know they're looking at Julia, they're looking at others too.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
look at the talent.
yeah, there's a lot of like, and I get, and now, and especially with WWE, they're now a really viable option, especially with Triple H in charge, because if you look
Mhm.
at what he did to develop a lot of really good people come out of NXT, out of his NXT that are high profile WWE on the main roster now, he has a proven track record, and
Yes.
now that he's in charge of it all, and he has Shawn Michaels running NXT, he's kind of in control of everything. I, I'm I'm not as down as I would have been if Julia going to WWE because she goes there. That's a big, strong reason for me to watch that show, which already is getting pretty goddamn good.
Mhm, mhm. They could
Yeah.
definitely benefit, from the styling. Introduction because like we do have Io and Kyrie over there and Asuka. They only do so much of the strong style in their regular matches. They have adapted a very I don't want to say North American style, but they've certainly used a lot more of those moves now. I
Mhm.
would like to see Julia go to WWE and not change her style, not be asked to fit in and be able to do the kind of transitional wrestling and that strong style wrestling that we've become accustomed to. I mean, that's why they want her, right? Why change something that's what's interesting to you?
Mhm. And even if you look at Shinsuke Nakamura, he has evolved into how he wrestles in the ring now, but he still
Mm,
does a lot of his old strong style stuff. In the first like
mm.
while he was there, he was legitimately just wrestling his New Japan style
He
and
was, yeah.
slowly. And Julia can come in, wrestle her style, and slowly adapt certain things in while still
Mhm,
keeping her uniqueness. And again, she's going to have a lot easier time than a Kyrie, than an EO, than an Asuka
mhm.
because she speaks English. She's a fluent English speaker. So is Tekla. They'll have a lot easier time communicating. They can cut. They'll be able to do good, like be better into the promo position too. So again, there's benefits for both of them going there, and they won't
Mhm.
get lost in the shuffle if
100%.
that is AEW. If they go to AEW, that's the
Yeah,
thing I'm
and this
scared
is
about with.
my concern, because it sounds like WWE, I mean, based on what I hear from the taking over on our local establishment with your other partner there at Fry's and my other partner, Astro Pizzoro, sounds like the product is doing really, really, really good over there. Worth watching. I mean, I haven't had WWE programming on my mind in probably over a decade now. But now I'm starting to get interested, especially knowing that, it's not gonna be smelling like old men and Alzheimer's and dementia anymore.
It just smells like an old bald guy now in Triple
Yeah.
H.
It's not
But
smelling like pervert no more is what it's not smelling like.
no,
So yeah, like, I have hope, but, like, AEW, I have to agree, it kinda still sounds like they haven't figured
no.
all of the corporate and back end stuff out. Which is concerning because it's like, how are you running the business if you haven't figured all of that quite out yet? I could be wrong about this, but I hear that they haven't really changed a lot of stuff. They still have a lot of wrestlers who are pulling double duty, wrestling as well as holding executive positions
Mhm.
within the company. That making no sense.
That's
don't hire your friends in positions for the sake of hiring your friends. Hire the certified professionals. You're running a multi-million, multi-billion dollar company. Hire the professionals who are qualified for the things that you need. Let the wrestlers wrestle because they need to look like and wrestle like athletes. They can't do that when they're doing an executive job because that's a lot of work.
mhm,
I mean, you and I do a lot of work for our channel as it is. Could you imagine trying to do that for a multi-billion dollar company? Knowing that every move you make is going to be like, it would be a lot of work, my guy. Multiple posts a day, multiple analyzings a day, having to keep track of your people. It would be crazy. You can't have someone who's trying to train, eat right, work out, travel for wrestling, and then trying to do all of that. It makes no sense. So,
no.
I mean, they'll figure it out, I'm sure. He'll have to mature at some point and start to recognize that he's hemorrhaging. And I'm
Mhm,
sure it'll figure itself out. But until then, I share your concern about Megasis going to AEW. But again, I am hopeful that that could open the door for other people to come in. I mean, we already have, Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm, they're former Stardom alumni.
mhm,
I have hopes that that could open the door also.
me too.
So, I mean, what better, kind of word of mouth or person to have given you a recommendation letter than Tony Storm or Jamie Hayter, two former AEW champions.
Very true.
I'm going to
But
stop ranting. Thank you for
but
coming to my Melball talk.
on that note, we are going to get out of here. You can find
Mhm.
me on the X Mastodon, Blue Sky and Hive at that Canada guys, TikTok threads, or TikTok, Instagram, and the threads at that Canada dude. Facebook, you find me over here at Andre and Melball Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk on Facebook, not Andre and Melball Facebook Talk. That would just be a weird channel. Um, you can also find me on our local establishment. We just this past weekend, me and just literally earlier tonight when we recorded this, me and Ed have done the Loki review on Saturday. We did the Marvels review on Sunday where we praised the hell out of that Marvels movie, and I don't understand what the critics wrong with that movie. But you can check that out at Twitch at youtube.com/ at our local establishment to see the replay of both of our reviews for the finale of Loki and for the Marvels. Also, please go over to Backbreaker Video. You might be watching us there. If you are, subscribe to the channel. If not, go over there, check them out. youtube.com/ at Backbreaker Video. All the great wrestling content over there. If you want to see Mike do all his live stuff, twitch.tv/ Mike the Ref, where he plays games, he does AEW watch songs, all that great stuff. And you want to see the replays of his gaming stuff, go over to youtube.com/ at backbreaker_gaming, where you can find replays from Mr. Mike, Mr. PJC, Mr. Rick Jules, and the wonderful, the awesome Miss Kayla J.
Kayla J. I love Kayla J. They were playing Mario Kart the other day.
Yeah. Melball, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on everything else TikTok, Mastodon, Facebook, Blue Sky. It's Mastodon. I almost forgot the last one there. At Melball Collins. You can also find me on our local establishment's programming, Paramindful. We're going through some changes right now, so we're going to be having an episode coming out next Monday as opposed to today. So stay tuned to see what we have to say on that. You can also catch me on Astro Bazaar's YouTube channel where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase, where we obviously showcase all things ladies wrestling. We're going to be having a show coming out hopefully on Saturday before the chaos begins here at Chateau Melballs because we are going to be hosting AEW. Is it Full Gear? They have such weird names. Full Gear. We're gonna be having Full Gear. It's always different and yet the same. I'm getting used to them. I'm trying. I barely know move names. Give me a break. Well, we're gonna have about 13 people crammed into Chateau Melballs here, but we've got it figured out. We're gonna have so much fun. If you're wanting to watch Stardom Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box down below. It is stardom-world.com. It is 999 yen or approximately $10 Canadian or more like 950 according to this guy there. but that's still an amazing price to watch some amazing women's professional wrestling. You can watch some of the stuff we've talked about today. You can go back and watch the Grand Prix tournament that just happened that saw Suzu Suzuki, your girl's girl, coming out number one. You can also go back and watch last year's historic crossover show that saw the women of Stardom tearing it up with the guys of NJPW. You can go way back in there and see some of Jamie Hayter's stuff, see some of Tony Storm's stuff. You can see B. Priestley, who is now known as Blair Davenport in is it NXT or WWE? NXT. You can see Piper Niven when she was a part of Queen's Quest. Lots of amazing women. So definitely go check that out. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate having all of you here. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, share it out to all the strangers and friends in your life, and don't forget the notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Um,
Go away.
I was going to say, don't answer that. It's almost 11 at night.
Yeah, go away. I'm calling the cops.
And that being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah.